gene@askmtm.com. Send me your emails. This one's from a young lady. My husband is retired. He's drawing his Social Security. I just turned 62, and I would like to retire as well. We've saved over $1 million. Whew, good for you. We spend very reasonably. We have almost no debt. She puts in parentheses 1 car payment, soon to be paid off, and we're both in good health. If I retire now, we will need to cover my medical expenses until I reach 65, and it's a lot of money. I'm also looking at delaying my Social Security until I'm 70, which would mean we would need even more out of our investments until my payments begin. Is it a sound idea to take more out of our investments now and then much less or nothing out later? Interesting question. So let's play with some numbers that will be close. Let's assume for the moment that her medical expenses over the next 3 years will be roughly $20,000 a year. I don't necessarily believe they need to be that much. I think that's on the high end, but that's the way I like to overestimate expenses, underestimate income. So let's assume that her expenses, medical expenses over the next 3 years are about $20,000 a year, a total of $60,000. Is it reasonable to bring that $20,000 out of their savings in order to give her the opportunity to retire now rather than many years from now? Well, if we have $1 million, if it were to earn a modest sum of money, 4%, it will make approximately $40,000 a year. So at the end of 3 years, how badly have they done? Not badly at all. They started with $1 million. They provided $60,000 of premium expenses out for her medical coverage. She's now at 65, where Medicare is now appropriate. And yet, not only have they not eaten into their $1 million, they have $1,060,000, $1,070,000 in that ballpark with a little bit of compounding. So far, fantastic. Now, do I then also support the idea that now she's 65, now the medical piece is much more under control, that she should delay accepting her Social Security until she is 70? I absolutely do, on fundamentally the same basis. If we're looking at a 5-year gap, so to speak, and again, let's assume that for her income, she's replacing $30,000 she would have gotten from Social Security. We're in exactly the same demo. We have $1 million at a modest 4% return, not guaranteed, but a very reasonable expectation over time. We're making $40,000 a year, we're spending $30,000. Not only over 5 years are we not eating into the principal, we're not eating away at the golden goose, we've got some eggs left in. So at the end of, we're now 3 years out, we've paid for medical, we had roughly $1,075,000. At the end of 5 more years, having taken $30,000 a year out so that she can get to maximum Social Security benefit, which will then continue for the rest of her life, they have over $1.1 million. This is a sound idea? Oh, absolutely it's a sound idea. It's actually an outstandingly good idea, superior idea, and in this young lady's case, means that she has 8 more years on the front end when her health is really good for retirement. Fantastic.
Seems I've got to have